Welcome guys back. This is the second episode of our Regrowth Modpack series. My name is MinecraftingDAD, and if you're interested in downloading this modpack, it is available in the FTB Launcher, and you can get the information on how to download it in the video description. It is available on FTB, and the pack code is Regrowth. So you find ourselves here in the base. On episode 1, we had a fun time basically getting started. So what we did is we found our little place to hide, and we gathered up some supplies, and we finished off some of the early quests. So let's go in here and just do a quick review. We finished off, let's open this up. We finished off a couple of these different quests. One of them was let's try punching trees. The other one was such a tool, which gave us our sword. We also did the patterns, and that gave us some other supplies and earthly possessions. So the next task that we have to complete in the book is called Grasping at Straws. So in this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to focus around trying to find a place to set up a base. So let's look at this next task. So it says, on closer inspection, some small amounts of grass, though dead, still remain. Maybe you'll be able to find some seeds or other useful items amongst the dead dry strands. So if we complete this task, this is going to give us some seeds. It's going to give us some carrots and some potatoes. We have to be very careful because our inventory is actually filled, and it is almost nighttime. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait until it's morning, and then we're going to head outside. And in the meantime, what we're going to do is let's grab a quick snack and make sure we are prepared. And we do not want to head outside during the middle of the night because that's probably not going to be a good idea. And let's see. While we're down here, we probably can repair some of our tools. Let's see here. So to repair your tools, this is an easy way to do things. So all you need to do is stick the flint pickaxe directly in your crafting grid and add the material. In this case, flint, you require simply a piece of flint, and now you've fully repaired that item. Also the shovel, the same deal. You just add a piece of flint, and there you go. Everything is repaired. So let us I'd really love to go outside and you know, go explore in the middle of the night, but that's probably not going to be a really good idea. So let's, in the meantime, work on gathering up some additional items like this gravel. And what we'll do is I'm going to cut the scene here to the morning, and in the meantime I'm going to gather up some more supplies such as this gravel, and we're going to be able to use this later on anyway, so it's probably a good idea to grab it while it's nighttime outside. Alright, looks like the moon is just about to... There it goes. Alright, it's going. Alright, so ready. We're going to cut back in at 1:12. Alright, ready? Alright guys, it looks like we are back, and it is almost, the night is almost over. And in the meantime, what I have done is I've gathered up some supplies, so we now have a full supply of cobble and gravel. And we're going to go, and I guess what we'll probably end up doing is I'm going to use the cobble to start constructing a base. And we're going to go look for a nice place to set up. And, you know, I'm not quite sure what we're looking for, so I think what we'll do is we'll just head off in one direction and see what we come across. Alright, so let's get out here. Let's kind of take a look around at everything. And let's start exploring. Now, we do have more room for some wood, so if we come across wood out here, we could certainly gather it up. And we may come across some different mobs, so we'll have to keep our eyes out for that. But I think we want to find a nice place to live. I think that's the plan for right now. So I'm going to grab some more of this tree. And then we're going to go start searching for a place to live. Now there is some random things you can find in the world, such as like the witches. There we go. The little witches circles, and there's other different things. Look, I found an aura node, so this is part of Thancraft. Those are going to be really useful later on. And I guess just keep on going here, see if we find anything useful besides the spider. What's up, Mr. Spider? Alright. So let's keep on going. We'll look for somewhere to live. So the first thing I'm definitely going to try to look for is either open world lava or water. That would be the two things that are going to be really useful resources to us. So if we can find either of those two things, then we'll be sure to use that. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to come across out here while exploring, but we do definitely need to find somewhere to drop down our stuff. Oh, look at this. Nice big ravine. This looks interesting. I mean, is there actually anything in these ravines? A whole bunch of dirt and stuff. So I guess it's not that interesting. So, I mean, the plan is, my God, is there a river or a lake anywhere around here? Or any type of water source? Oh, there's lava. Okay, so this is looking good. So we did find some lava. So let's try to use this. And we also did find whatever this is. I'm guessing this is water. Not 100% certain. But, okay, so that's a good sign. So maybe we should build here. And we can always go do some more exploring. Let's go take a look on top of this hill. See if there's anything up here. Maybe that we could build right up here on top of the hill as well. And this will give us... This may actually give us an advantage, because by building on top of the hill here, we can cut away the sides, and this will give us a little bit of an added advantage as far as defense. So I'm thinking, let's set up on top of here. And we'll cut that tree away. But if we set our base up on top of this mountain, it'll give us the added advantage of height and keep some of the other mobs and stuff out. So let's get a reasonably sized base. Whoops. Let's get a reasonably sized base going. And, you know, the most important thing as far as a base goes is being able to ensure that you have a too high wall. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to remove, I guess, these two blocks at least, and have at least a too high wall so that the mobs don't get up inside of our base. And then we're going to get set up inside of there. Alright, so we're going to go completely around. Did I see another Aura node? I thought I just saw one. So we just want to make sure we completely go surrounding our base here. Mob defense is important, so we definitely want to keep that in mind. Alright, so we have that done. Let's make sure, yes. Right, so that is done. And of course, because I have my inventory is completely filled, we have to find a way to put our stuff down. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to build down a little bit further here as well. So we'll kind of get this cleaned up a little bit. And we'll start finding a place to put our things. Now, did I make a chest? I don't think we did. But let's start putting some items down so we can find places to put things. So we'll put our furnace. And in the corner here we'll start putting our items for our tinker's setup. So we'll put that, our tool station and parts builder. We also have our pattern chest, and we're going to have to make ourselves another crafting bench because we left that one back there. So in order to make a crafting bench, it's just a hatchet and a piece of wood. Is it a full hatchet? I guess it has to be a repaired hatchet. Let's try that. That's kind of a weird recipe. Has to be a fully repaired hatchet in order for that to work. And if you put the crafting bench back in again, you get the crafting station. And I like to keep mine at ground level. And then we need to make a chest. So let's see here. Let's make with the 36 pieces. Let's make ourselves 4 chests. And we'll set these up right here. And we now have a place to start putting our things. And we can work on figuring out how we're going to get everything organized. So having a good base and having a good place to live is very important. And you know, I think we've got the resources we need. We've got the water close by, and we also have lava. Now we just need to work on securing our base. So let's get in here, and what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to clean up this entire area, and we'll come back after I've cleaned the floor up. So give me a second or two to do that, and we'll be right back. Alright, so cut here at 120. How many minutes do you think that is so far? Let's grab a piece of flint. Repair. Alright, let's get this all cleaned out, and we'll basically cut this part out because it's not necessarily something to put in the YouTube video. Alright guys, so what we've done at this point is we have removed the floor and made it so now that it's a little bit cleaned up. I also want to do that out here, but we want to take advantage of the light that we have remaining, because if I'm not mistaken, we were looking at our quest book, and the next task that we were left to complete was gathering up all these different things. So we need to grab it. So while we still have daylight, let's get out here and start collecting just random grass and see if we can gather up all these things that we're asked to get. So let's just do that real quick and run around here. Hopefully we'll find all these resources we need, and you should find plenty of dead grass laying all over the place. I guess they call that dead grass, yeah. So you should find plenty of dead grass, and you can see all the different stuff that's popping out. Oh, look at all this tall grass right here. Tall, dry grass. What is it called? Tall, dead grass. Alright, so we want to get our stuff situated and then get back inside. So how much did we get there? We didn't get very much. Real quick. I know I'm kind of extending myself a little bit here. We may end up getting ourselves into a little bit of trouble with mobs. I'm going to take that chance real quick, though, in order to gather up the supplies we need and, risk it for a biscuit. You know what I mean? So if we have to get in trouble or we have some mobs that start coming after us, we'll make a beeline for the house. Let's see how much stuff we have here. So we still need a pasture seed, and we need more floral fertilizer. Let's try to grab that. There we go. There's one. I don't see very many mobs yet, so it's not making me feel like I need to run inside. There's two. Come on now. Deliver. Let's try over here. I can't even see the grass at this point. I know it's here, just can't see it. Alright, let's get it. How much more do I need? I need one more thing, which is just a pasture seed at this point. We do have some grass over here around the lava, so let's go over there. Perhaps we will find ourselves a pasture seed. I do see some skellies and stuff off in the distance, so my hope is we get this pasture seed before those guys recognize that I'm over here. Because then we're going to have to go running. And we do need to eat. Alright. Can I please have a pasture seed? If you're ever so kind. Wow. Alright, well, we're not getting a pasture seed today unless we get one right here. Denied. You know, sir, you may not have a pasture seed. The ever elusive pasture seed just, you know, it's just not going to happen. Just like, nope, it's not going to happen. Alright, so we did make this so no mobs, no regular mobs can get into the base. Oh my god, the failure is real. Get in the base. The only thing that's going to be able to get in here easily is a spider. So let's take this opportunity and build up the walls to our base here a little bit. So we'll go another 2 higher, and we'll build this up. And this is just going to add to our defenses for our base. And hopefully we don't get anything that wants to try to shoot us off the wall at this point. Okay. So we'll go around the wall with this. I think we have plenty. I've made the base MCD proof, MinecraftingDAD proof. I can't even get in it myself. Alright, so let's see here. Oops. So I want to get it this high enough that I can actually put a roof on our building. So I think I want to put the roof on, and then we'll put a door in and all that stuff. And in the morning, we will go looking for the seed, which is the pasture seed, and I'm guessing that makes grass or something like that. So let's do this. I think we're getting pretty close to a point where we want to cut this. So what is our next plan? Well, in this case, you're going to have to wait until the next episode. Be sure to hit that like button or subscribe. And you can also watch my streams live on twitch.tv/MinecraftingDAD. All the information about myself and my streams is included below in the description. Thanks, guys, and have a good night.